In Cambodia, many communities live in protected areas or areas classified as forests. In 2016, the government increased the size of the country's protected areas to more than 7 million hectares. As a result, this significantly increased the number of rural communities with existing customary land use tenure, impacting their traditional activities and livelihoods. MRLG has supported various activities to increase the recognition of the rights of communities inside protected areas, in cooperation with the Ministry of Environment in accordance with laws that recognize these rights. The first initiative was a pilot effort with the Wildlife Conservation Society to map customary land use inside Kulen Promtep Wildlife Sanctuary in order to negotiate with communities the zoning of this protected area. The Wildlife Conservation Society conducted extensive consultations with villagers and local authorities to map the villagers' customary land use. 28 villages, representing approximately 6,800 families, live in the protected area and depend on agriculture and the collection of forest products for their living. As a result, 42% of the protected area is reserved as community areas which will remain under the control and management of the communities, and an additional area of 27% is designated as sustainable use zone, where villagers can practice traditional collection of natural products from the forest. The second initiative has been an effort to advocate for improved recognition of customary rights and co-management of the protected area within the new Environment and Natural Resources Code being drafted by the Ministry of Environment with the support of Vishnu Law Group.
Cambodia has a very well-developed legal framework. There's the land law from 2001, there's the protected areas law from 2008, but this notion of customary land rights is really not very well understood. And in terms of the environmental code, we've been able to more broadly define communities and how communities are protecting their land and what sort of, groups and arrangements ought to be recognized, how to give those communities rights, incentives, motivations in order to conserve and obtain livelihood from these lands for the longer term. It's really been wonderful having MRLG participate in the whole process to create the code. The code itself has been developed in a fully transparent and participatory manner, and MRLG, through its own direct interventions and specific expert advice, as well as through the work of MRLG partners in Cambodia, has been able to bring these issues to the table. I really hope MRLG will also be able to sort of be with us as we begin the implementation, because this is a wonderful concept. And there's a lot of interest, a lot of local NGOs, a lot of international groups, certainly the local communities themselves. They're very interested and very motivated for this, but we're going to need to work together, and this is going to take years to properly implement to make sure that the model will work over the long term. And this is where I hope that the relationship and connection with MRLG will be able to continue.